What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Trent is officially back this episode, which we are super excited about. I don't know
months, I think.
When the last time the three of us sat down in this studio is.
Has to have been months.
Has to have been summer. So we're really excited about that. But first, how's everybody doing on this lovely day?
Feeling good. We are sold out all of our Boston tickets.
Yes.
Which was crazy and awesome and happened faster than I think we all expected.
Yes, it sold out within 10 minutes, which we were not anticipating. But thank you guys so much for buying tickets. And for those who didn't get tickets, we're sorry. We are doing more shows in other cities. We do have another show that we are announcing soon somewhere else. So that'll be exciting.
It's kind of funny for the people who were like, can you add a night? But it's like, it's called one night only.
Right.
Well,
people are really upset, which then I feel bad because I have people in the DMs being like, this is so fucked up for the people that can't come. And it's like, well, we can't.
For the people who can't come.
Again, it's like, well, it's sold out.
Like people missed out.
The people who missed out on tickets. And I'm like, well, I apologize. I wish we could have everybody come who wants to come. But thank you guys so much. We are so excited to get back on stage. So that was really cool.
Yeah, freaking awesome. Very exciting. And what else? I don't have any. I've had a slow day.
I got food poisoning last night. I'm not going to dive into it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear about that.
No.
Bad sushi.
Bad sushi, but not bad fish.
No, I had a sweet potato roll. It makes
I feel like it's
sense.
a very important clarification because you said, when you say bad sushi, I think you had bad fish.
Right. Okay, well, here's the thing. I had a sweet potato roll. I had one.
Oh, the truth comes out.
I had
the
one.
Truth comes. You've been hiding little bits of this story all day. All day you've been telling me bits and pieces.
I had one California roll.
Okay, well, that's still not raw fit.
That's what
Crab,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I had one.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't even feel like that was important to
fair.
the story.
No, it's not. It's not.
But
I think
Marty also got sick. So it wasn't just me. Like, we both got sick. It was
bad place.
Like the scene from Bridesmaids. It was awful.
That sounds heinous.
Yes. But the place that we ordered from was our go-to spot. And then one day we showed up and it was shut down for sanitation reasons. And we said, oh, fuck, no, our place. We go here all the time. And we're like, damn it. And then it reopened. So we thought, we must be in the clear. They had to do another check.
That is a risk I would not have been willing to take.
I don't know why we took it, and I'll never do it again. I don't even want to look at sushi ever again, and that's all
fair.
I'll say.
That's fair. It does take a while to get back. Like, I've gotten food poisoning from sushi before. It does take a while to get back into the sushi game.
Yeah, I actually have never had food poisoning, so that was awful. But anyways, Noah, how's your day going?
Good. My day? Nothing really up until this point.
Guys, I know I talk about it every Tuesday, but I have to say this again. Tyra Banks.
Please talk about Tyra Banks on Dancing with the Stars last night.
Guys, I couldn't believe it. Disney Plus night on Disney Plus. They said the word Disney Plus, 2 words, Disney Plus, probably 50,000 times. And she, after Charlie and Mark danced, which great dance, obviously, of course she's getting, but she danced dad. I mean, if I didn't love Charlie, which I do, I would probably be complaining about her being on the show.
Kind of like when JoJo Siwa was on.
Like, yes, because they danced a jazz dance, and in the video she was like, jazz is what I trained in. Like, she's a trained jazz dancer. So yeah, but she's also, I love Charlie. She's having a great time. I'm rooting for her. And they finish up. She danced with a giant Marge Simpson wig on her head. Very impressive.
Very impressive.
Yes.
That thing looked heavy.
It looked very heavy. And then Tyra takes the mic and she goes, like, right before the judges talk, she jumps in there. She's like, just gotta apologize for last week. I called your boyfriend Landon. She goes, I called your boyfriend Landon Barker and his name is Logan. And they literally cut to Landon again in the crowd. And he was like, his face, he was just dying laughing. He was like, you gotta be kidding me. And Charlie, she's so cute. She was like, no, you had it. Flip it. You should. And Tyra's like, oh yeah, I got them in my ear. I have it written down. Landon Barker, not Logan. His name's Landon. Live TV, guys. You know live TV.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
You texted the group and you said Tyra is a liability, which is so funny. And she's out of control. This woman can't be stopped.
I was peeing my pants because there's moments where now it's almost entertaining because it's laughable. So I laugh at it. Vinny did a dance to, it was Luca themed, yes. Obviously. And he really
the Italian roots.
Yeah, he got into it. He definitely was acting it out a little bit, but nobody was blowing smoke up Vinny's ass more than Tyra Banks was. She was like, Vinny, you're an actor. You're gonna have studios are gonna be calling you up.
Was he that good?
No. He was good, but he wasn't
wasn't studio worthy.
He wasn't Tyra's forget reality TV, man. You gotta get into acting.
Imagine Vinny from the Shore being in any TV show or movie that wasn't reality TV.
Yeah.
It would never work because everybody sees him as Vinny from the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, but literally he was going up to get his scores and Tyra was like, hey, those studio execs out there watching, give Vinny a call.
That's crazy and random.
Very funny.
But what an honor to Vinny. He's probably
wow,
I'm a star.
Vinny was fucking pumped.
He thinks Disney Plus is going to call him up with a new show offer.
He thinks Tyra's going to offer him a role in Life Size 3 or something.
The Guido edition.
Yeah, exactly.
Build your own Guido with Vinny.
Oh, man.
These are making me want to tune into Dancing with the Stars. There's just so much going on Monday night.
It's overwhelming.
Monday night is overwhelming between Monday Night Football, Bachelor, and Dancing with the Stars.
I know.
It's a lot to take in.
It's a lot.
What are you watching on Monday nights?
I didn't watch anything last night.
Really?
I thought you watched. Did you watch the movie last night, or did you watch that at a different
movie?
point?
The Mila Kunis
one? Oh no, I watched
Lucky
that.
Scroll Live.
Last week. I don't even know.
Oh, really? You're
I don't
ahead
know.
of the game? I don't even think it
just,
came out last week.
Come out on Friday?
I think it was probably midday Friday. I was
in
just
between all the
a
shows
lot of times when I'm working, I just want something on
in the back.
TV.
Yeah.
But I don't care. But I just saw it pop up on Netflix. I'm like, oh, and I checked the year. I'm like, oh, it just came out.
So you'll do movies like that?
I know I'm not really gonna care about a Mila Kunis. No offense to Mila Kunis.
You're not gonna care about a Mila Kunis movie?
No, not care where I'm I need to sit down and watch this.
I feel like a Mila Kunis movie is something I have to sit down and watch.
Netflix,
that feels rude.
No, a Netflix Mila Kunis movie. Something about a Netflix movie, and I didn't know what it was about. First off, so it was
There's some very good Netflix movies.
There are.
You are a snob.
No, don't really have to pay attention to Netflix.
Yeah, a Mila Kunis Netflix movie. I don't really have to sit down and watch it from beginning to end.
I was just saying when I put on
I get what you're saying.
When I want mindless noise, I put on reality TV or something that I know is on that I don't really have to pay that much attention to. It's comforting.
Also,
it's comforting. I'm just also a person that likes I just like sound. I just like the sound happening.
A lot of times I'll do a podcast.
But yeah. Movie, I've never done it with a movie because a movie I'm I gotta pay attention
unless I've seen the movie a million times before.
Yes. Fair.
On the plane I put on 10 Things I Hate About You, which I've seen a number of times, and I was like, this one I could softly fall asleep to.
Has Mila Kunis ever done a serious role? I'm trying to think. Mainly rom-com. I mean, No Strings Attached, great movie.
That's Natalie Portman. Friends with Benefits.
Friends with Benefits.
Let's see.
But I have been watching The Offer just throughout the day. The great show.
Yes, it is a good show. Today I was watching reruns of Real Housewives of Real Housewives of New Jersey that was playing on Bravo season 2 reruns, which I caught on TV, and I said, oh, perfect. And I was hooked. I was watching it all day long. Those were the days. Those were when New Jersey was at its best. Gia walking her first runway show. Yeah. Danielle's daughter, she's becoming a model. A battle of the model daughters.
Those were the good times.
Those were the days, let me tell you.
Okay, Scroll Live. She was in?
I don't even think it's Mila Kunis or Netflix.
Swan.
Oh yeah. But it's just I think when I'm home, there's nothing that I'll always be checking my phone I'll always be like doing work or like that's why I like going to the theater because I just have to watch.
Do you ever fully put down your phone or something watching TV or a movie?
Jupiter Ascending, definitely not a rom-com.
I mean, I might try, but like there's no way I'm not gonna pick it up like at some point. And just like if there's like a moment that I'm like bored by in the movie, I'm like, and then I'm missing something.
Yep.
Book of,
I can't help
she's in
it.
the Book of Eli.
I turned my screen time on recently and it's depressing.
Hey, but you work on your phone.
Oh yeah, I know.
So what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Mila Kunis is one of my faves.
I love her.
She does great interviews. She has a great personality.
Yeah.
She's so funny. She gets beautiful,
Did you see
more
what
and more
Ashton
beautiful
Kutcher
by the
posted?
year. I
The
did.
video.
They seem like such a normal couple.
They do.
I'm excited for that's 90 show.
Yeah, I am too, but apparently they were only in it for like a split second. They're not really. I saw that she said that they're just like in one scene.
Yeah, I saw that too, but I'm just excited about the show in general because I love that 70s show.
Yeah.
It obviously the remakes never compare. Like Girl Meets World
Yeah.
didn't live up to Boy Meets World, but
Still lasted a few seasons though.
it did. I'm sure
Hey,
that
Didn't I hear Fuller
Hey,
House was good?
Fuller House.
Fuller House was great.
I loved Fuller House.
Fuller House was actually
I was a big fan of Fuller House.
Fuller House
I was
was
very
really
sad
good.
when Fuller House went maybe like 5 seasons.
It did. It
People
was
like
successful.
High School Musical this year. That's not the same thing, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's just never as good, but it's still good. It still could be good. I have faith in this one.
By the way, since you just brought that up, I finished season 3 of High School Musical, the series, and they sent Olivia Rodrigo on her way. It was just like she had
was
her
about
moment
time.
last episode.
Well-
She just like she goes to the whole season was all the kids at camp and like they're putting on a camp production, and she's not in it at all. She's in like the first 2 episodes and she's in the last episode, and she's like in California and she's songwriting and it's like she's living this other life. Then she comes back and it's this, oh, like, is Nene gonna stay? And then she writes notes to everyone. It's like, no, she tells Miss Jen like there's so much talent in East High, like
She's a goner.
I gotta go my own way. And out she went.
Classic.
Yeah.
Gotta go my own way.
She got in her car, drove away,
Taken after
That was it.
Gabriella, although
That was
Gabriella came back.
and now Ricky's got a new love
lady.
interest.
So I saw a clip of Sabrina Carpenter at her concert, which was really funny. She called out this couple in the crowd, and it was a girl and a guy who had been split up, and the guy's trying to get the girl back. This is how she explained it to her. Like, they're not fully together. And Sabrina Carpenter was like, why are you filming her then? Like, it's not like you guys are together anymore. What are you going to do with that footage? And then Sabrina was like, what are your guys' names? And it was Haley and Joshua, and the entire crowd erupted. And it was just like, there was this pause.
It's just unfortunate.
Unfortunate. And there was this
You
pause.
can't see that
No,
one coming.
But you handled it like a pro.
Yeah.
And then she started calling him Josh. She just cut out Joshua. She started calling him Josh. It was funny. She was like, I want to play a game with you. Gave her 3 options.
Yeah.
Like, had to pick, you're done with him, you really miss him, or you're going on a date with somebody else.
Yeah.
And she called it unsubscribe, which I was hooked into this TikTok. I'm not going to lie. She seems like a great performer.
She's very talented.
Yeah, she
And
is.
I like her. I liked her album. That
Her
she's
album
touring.
was about emails, she
Yeah.
said, right?
Mhm.
Yep, I liked
It was a good-
the whole
it was a
theme,
good
the way
album.
she described it. I was
Yep.
then I went on a Sabrina Carpenter
Yep.
stalking spree.
Yep. You know what's Harry Styles' buff talk has just taken over my TikTok.
His muscles.
His muscles.
My
Everybody's talking
TikTok
about his
as well.
muscles. I'm
The
I'm
before and
scrolling
afters.
For You page is just nonstop. There's this one picture from one of the Chicago shows where he does look jacked. I'm not gonna lie, he really does. And it's just it's just funny. I probably saw 5 or 6, not in a row, but as I was going through my For You page, and it was just girls like green screening it, being like, oh my God.
I keep seeing funny videos of Harry Styles. I feel like he's just a goofy guy. Did you see the video of him at the premiere of, I think maybe it's his new movie or another movie?
I don't think he could go to the My Policeman premiere.
Well, he got caught. No, there was a video.
Oh.
He got caught on someone's dress, and he just like walked out with her. I couldn't figure out where this was, but everyone was like, "This is the new Spitgate." Like he's just always doing something that people are gonna.
Do you think
he's
he's
just a goofy
exhausted? I feel like he's been on tour for like 3 years.
This man doesn't rest.
Noah is so worried about his burnout. Like Noah.
No, I'm not. No, I wasn't worried about his burnout. I was worried about
to be worried about it.
I didn't bring up burnout. I brought up overexposure. Yeah. Like as if people would get annoyed by him, which I think he peaked this year already. Like in terms of like popularity. Like it was probably the Venice Film Festival. Is like he's on the way down. I mean, he's still like one of the most famous people in the world.
What is your fascination with talking about people like peak?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Like, why can't Harry Styles just stay at the top?
Why can't he just keep moving up?
Or
well, it's just not a reality.
Yes,
that's
it is.
So not true.
Why can't he move up or stay at his level? Why does he have to go down?
Next year he isn't going to have some massive
I'm
moment.
not saying his whole career. I'm just saying this year.
Oh my god.
No, he'll probably get
this
way
year.
more.
Who cares?
The way, yeah. He's reached his capacity for the year 2022.
2022. He's already hit his peak.
That's what he's saying. Like me and you, like the boss. We've hit our peak at 2022. We'll try again next year.
Yeah, those chicks in the office are been going downhill.
When he was doing his MSG run, going to the festivals, everything was happening. You couldn't go anywhere without getting Harry Styles.
I would argue that was just the busiest time of his year.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it.
You couldn't go anywhere, go online without seeing Harry Styles everywhere.
But why are we going year by year?
That doesn't mean he's falling.
I didn't. Is that a pun?
No, it wasn't.
But why are we going? Why are we marking his year done? Like, Harry's reached his limit for the year.
I didn't
come
say
back
that.
in 2023 to see what Harry has done.
Nobody cares what he does until December.
Right. Once 2023 comes, mark this year clean. None of it happened.
It's like a graph.
New slate.
Like, he was here. Right now, it's like this. Next week, he could go back up. I don't know.
But who cares?
Okay, you just walked back on that one.
No,
big
I didn't.
Time.
I never said that he can't go back.
Yes, you
but
did.
Why do you?
Noah, you were like, he definitely peaked for the year.
He definitely did.
And then you just said
he definitely
peaked. He could
you
go
mean
back up.
he had his busiest? Everyone peaks at some point during the year. Everyone has their busiest time of the year.
Exactly. That's all I was saying.
Well, that could be said for literally anybody.
But him, it's like he is like the. I don't even know what we're arguing anymore.
I don't even know what you're arguing. Sometimes I think you just talk just to talk. Like you just said that.
That's like my favorite. I get DMs sometimes from girls being like, sometimes I really think Noah just opens his mouth to hear himself talk.
That's what this felt like. Like, because sometimes I feel like. No. I get that way where I'll start talking and I'm like, I don't even fucking care about what I'm saying. And I find myself in a hole. I'm like, why did I just say that?
All I said was, don't you think he's exhausted? That's literally what I said to start this.
Yes.
And because I'm really just like, this guy's been performing a million times. I wasn't even saying burnout. I was saying, don't you think this guy's tired?
You were saying that he peaked for the year, which is such a weird thing to say.
Like, it's not, I did not open up that he peaked.
No, because I was making the distinction that right now I was talking about he must be tired. A couple weeks ago, I said burnout. Or not burnout, I said overexposed.
Ago, he was at the peak of his mountain.
Yeah.
And now he's just looking back saying, wow, how the days have fallen.
Yeah.
I mean,
those LA shows that he's going to be doing, I'm sure nobody's going to be
Nobody's going to care about those. Not every celebrity in the world is going to be at Harry Styles' LA shows.
Movie premieres happening at the same time.
Oh, boy.
You mean his drama was at its peak?
Just his popularity.
Oh my God!
No, that doesn't translate. Drama and popularity are not the same thing.
Actually, it is.
No.
The more drama, the more like everyone's talking about it. Yes. You're telling me that like Google searches for Harry Styles weren't up.
Drama does cause more popularity. I would say people, start paying when there's drama surrounding you. People pay attention to you. Yes,
but
Harry Styles
he could get in a fight next week, and then
but like, drama doesn't mean. Drama doesn't
mean
peaked.
Well, it depends what you're talking about peaking. This is so dumb.
Okay, listen, I'm over it. Maybe the dumbest conversation we've ever had.
I'm over it.
And
I'm not even arguing anything. Like
you're not arguing anything.
Like the most famous guy in the world. Like that's not going to change. For a while.
My God, I could actually slap you right now. Like
he's the most famous guy in the world.
He's the most famous guy in the world.
Last week,
don't forget he did peak this year already.
And
for himself.
But don't forget, there's a couple more months left in 2022. It doesn't seem like he's gonna hit that mark again. We'll try again in 2023.
Sometimes he just says ridiculous things and then backtracks.
Right, and then he goes and then he says that he said something. And it's like he forgets that this was recorded.
Yeah. Anyways,
let's talk.
Let's get into topics.
Shall we talk about the topics? Oh, great! We're gonna be talking about the Jessica Simpson show, which I'm sure Noah will have some great thoughts about that.
You know who Noah probably thought peaked already?
Blink 182, definitely. We're going to be talking about Blink 182. Yeah. They're going on tour again. Can't wait for Noah's thoughts on that. And also the Jessica Simpson show. We also are going to be talking about Bachelor in Paradise with the wonderful Trent. So let's get into it, talking about Blink 182. As you guys know, we absolutely love Pink Whitney during our spring West Coast tour. It was the best way to start off our nights. We'd get on stage, Pink Whitney shots for everybody, get the Friday energy going. And we'd also end it that way as well, because there's nothing that makes your night better than Pink Whitney. It's pink lemonade, vodka combined. I can't think of anything better. I can't think of a more delicious, refreshing drink to get your night going. You can pregame with Pink Whitney if you pick up a bottle at your local liquor store, or you can go to the bar and order Pink Whitney shots, or you can get a special drink made with Pink Whitney. You could add it into anything, a little Pink Whitney spray. I don't know what you're into, but Pink Whitney is good for everything. And like I said, you can pregame with it or order it at the bar. So make sure you are headed to your local bar today, ordering Pink Whitney, trying it out. If you haven't tried it out already, you are clearly missing out, and I bet your friends that have tried it are going to tell you the same thing. So make sure you're trying Pink Whitney at your local bar or pick it up at a liquor store. I don't care what you do with it, just make sure you try it. Blink 182, who have not reached their peak yet in 2022, announced that they will be going on tour. People are so excited about this. They also announced new music. People are thanking Kourtney Kardashian all over Twitter because Travis Barker can fly again.
Right. It's a very that's a very funny way to integrate Kourtney into this. She'll be a great tour wife.
People are like, "Oh my God,
she'll be a great tour wife."
Is he just like fully back to flying? I thought it was like a one-time thing.
No, I think
he's fully back.
I don't think they flew to Italy. Flies, but
true.
But he can. I think it helps him a lot. But obviously, this is a huge deal. It's a much bigger deal than I feel like I realized, because I read this and thought, oh, this is great. So exciting. People love Blink 182. This is going to be so popular. And then as I was going through social media on Tuesday morning, everybody was resharing this. Like, so many more people cared more than I expected. I know people care, but I was like almost every other story I was going through of people I do know and don't know, people I just follow, were reposting and were like, can't wait for tickets. This is amazing. All these things. It's like, wow, this is going to be huge for them. They're going to like sell out all this entire tour, obviously.
It is. It is going to be big. I'm refraining from making any more comments towards Noah about Harry Styles.
Oh, no, don't
But
do that.
Blink 182 obviously was so big, and it's one of those things that you see if it carries over, right? Because you're like, it's been how many years? Like, will it carry on? And it's clear that it is. People are very excited.
New fans.
Tons of new fans, and the band has changed and evolved so much. You know, they've had other people in it, and Tom DeLonge is not, he wasn't a part of it for a while. Now he's back. So this is like the reunion, the three original guys.
It is very exciting. I like how they included that in their announcement. They were like, Tom is coming. They had to make it very clear to everybody.
And I think it's also just so great for Mark too. He was sick, and I believe he's in good health now. Obviously feels good enough to do a tour like this.
I wonder how many shows Robbie Fox is going to go to.
I didn't realize. I hope he goes to a ton. Robbie, who we work with, did you see he posted on his Instagram story? He was like, I was supposed to go to like 4 or 5 Blink 182 shows, and for some various reason they had been canceled for Robbie.
All of them?
All of them. He's like, I have not seen them live because there's always been some unforeseen reason.
Wait, when did they break up?
Well, like
the actual original.
They founded the band in 92. And then in 2000, they went on hiatus in 2005. Tom did Angels and Airwaves.
I never heard of them.
What?
Angels and Airwaves?
No, never heard of Angels and Airwaves?
I'm not really like well versed in the pop punk scene at all. I don't even know like Blink 182 songs.
I love pop punk. I know that the big Vegas festival is happening this week, and then they just announced the lineup for next year. They're the What's My Age Again, the festival? Or no, that's not it. That's their song. When We Were Young festival.
Yes.
I'm reading What's My Age Again on the screen.
I was supposed to go to some show that involved Blink-182 a couple years back, and somebody passed away, and I cannot. They were in. It was Blink-182. It was a couple of bands, which is probably messed up of me that I'm not remembering who, but I'm just blanking on who exactly it was. Oh, it was Chester.
Yes.
From Linkin Park.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember that.
And it was Linkin Park and Blink-182 together.
Yeah.
And I had tickets to that, which
Was
then
it like
got
Citi
canceled.
Field or something?
Yes. Which was obviously awful. But this is exciting for them. Robbie said he's going to hit maybe 3.
This is like his Jonas Brothers, basically.
I think so.
Like getting back together.
Totally. And so
he said they're doing MSG, Barclays, and UBS.
Yeah, they're doing all. I saw it because I definitely am interested in tickets as well. They after that split, they had gotten back together for a reunion tour in 2009 after Travis's plane crash, and then they put out another album. They toured, and then Tom left the band again in early 2015. So they haven't been together since then, all of them. And
Tom's
now
the
they're back
singer?
doing this. Yeah.
Good for them.
Yep. So that's very exciting. I think, and like I said, they're doing the When We Were Young festival, which I'm very intrigued to see how that goes and what people say about it. I believe it's like the next 2 weekends, but I'm not positive on
I'm
that.
sure Landon will be like
But they just
on the tour.
involved somehow.
They just announced the lineup for next year. So obviously they're, like I said, they're expecting it to be big, and it's Blink-182 and Green Day headlining.
That is
next year.
awesome.
I love Green Day.
I loved Green Day.
I loved Green Day too.
Green Day
Big
and
Green Day girl.
Blink-182
My
together.
Halloween costume. American Idiot.
Yeah.
They we got like 30 Seconds to Mars, Good Charlotte, All Time Low. Who else is on here? Gym Class Heroes, Michelle Branch,
Wow,
Bowling
that's
for Soup,
I feel like I'm back
Simple
in
Plan,
more-
Yellow Card, Sum 41.
Simple Plan.
Simple
too.
Plan.
What's
Yeah,
their biggest
there's a ton
song?
of other ones on here as well. That's all next year.
Oh my
That's
God,
all
like,
for the one in 2023. And
Welcome
the one
to my
this year
life.
is going to
Oh,
be insane. The one this year is, I think it's when is this? October? Yeah. Oh, it is these coming up weekends. My Chemical Romance, Paramore, Avril Lavigne, Jimmy Eat World, Taking Back Sunday, Dashboard
That's
Confessional,
crazy. That's literally every...
Boys Like Girls. So many.
Wow, Boys Like Girls. Forgot about them.
Love Boys Like Girls. We the Kings.
You gonna go?
303. I wanted to go. I like put myself on a list for tickets and everything. It was very hard to get tickets, and then it just, the only weekend I could have gone was this one coming up.
Yeah.
Not this one. It's October the 22nd weekend is when it is. And it's like I have weddings
When do your weddings end?
end of October.
When does wedding season end?
Never.
People have weddings all year
Yeah.
round.
I have.
I'm not a
I
winter
kind of
wedding
would,
person.
Oh, see, I was about to say I kind of would like a winter wedding.
More just
Snow outside.
for it's probably beautiful,
It snowed
the
at my bar
photos,
mitzvah.
but the dresses and everything situation for
Yeah.
girls is harder. Guys can have suit jackets, so they'll be
Yeah.
a little bit warmer, but
Yeah, it was just like smack dab in the middle of. I was just like, we're already traveling for
Right,
these
so
things.
much.
It just would have been a lot, but maybe next year.
maybe next year you're also going to Vegas in November, so
Exactly.
there's a lot going
I didn't
on
know
for
about
you.
that though. So
Yeah.
when I was thinking about this, so and it is in Vegas, the festival.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So would have been
Just
a lot.
keep going back
Would have
to
been a lot of Vegas.
Yeah,
for
never been to
little
Vegas,
old Fran.
and then you go to Vegas twice in
yeah,
1 week. It would be a
Exactly.
lot.
That would be a lot. So I was very excited for Blink-182. They have a new song, also like you said, coming out on Friday. So I'm sure everybody's pumped for that. Just makes you want to go back and listen
Brings
to
you
all
back.
the hits.
Brings you back.
Yep.
The more things change, the more things stay the same. Manscaped is always going to have you covered when it comes to all things keeping things fresh down there, if you know what I mean. We are always advertising Manscaped Premium Package 4.0 that has everything that the man in your life needs to freshen up for fall, whether you're gifting it to your man or you're using it on yourself. Let's keep everything tame, clean, and nice thanks to Manscaped. The Platinum Package 4.0 also includes everything you know and love about the Performance Package, plus shower goodies. You also have the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. You want to make sure you get those nose hairs. Nobody wants to see your nose hairs hanging out of your nose. That's disgusting. Or your ears. You got to keep that shit clean. There's also the Ultra Premium Body Wash, the 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner, premium deodorant, and free gifts come with the boxers and the travel bag. So make sure you are going to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with code CHICKS. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com when you use code CHICKS. Apparently there is a oh my god, the way I just said apparently.
You said it just like him. Apparently. And apparently
I don't know
the remote when my
why that came out of my mouth.
Powerball.
I really wish that didn't just come out of my mouth, because now I feel like you could just clip that and I sound exactly like the kid. But there is a new TV show coming.
Yeah, it's not even apparently. It's happening.
It's happening. There is a new TV show coming based on Jessica Simpson's memoir starring John Stamos.
Yeah.
Which, interesting to me.
Yeah.
Who's John Stamos playing?
So...
John Mayer?
Yes. So I thought about this too when I saw the headline. I was like, interesting. What is he? Is John Stamos her father? Like,
right. Like, where does John Stamos fall?
So and it's loosely based.
John Stamos didn't have any interaction with Jessica Simpson back in the day, because this would just be very confusing.
It is loosely based, and it's going to star her name is Caitlin Tarver. She's going to play a young singer named Sadie Sparrow, and she's going to be based on Jessica Simpson.
Sadie Sparrow is a fire name.
It's based on Jessica Simpson's character. And John Stamos will be playing Butch, an older musician who's tasked with writing songs with Sadie, but soon their connection is much more than that.
Interesting.
Yes.
So it sounds very loose.
It is.
Yeah,
yes,
this does
definitely
sound very loose.
I think Jessica Simpson is going to serve as an executive producer, but this is the log line. This is from the Variety article. Open Book follows pop star Sadie Sparrow's mid-20s rise from ingenuine to mogul. Ingenuine? I don't know what that word is. Introducing us to the family, friends, and lovers she collects along the way. Touching on themes of love, friendship, divorce, family and sisterhood, relationships, soul connections, Hollywood, and the music business, Open Book follows Sadie's unexpected journey as she ultimately comes to embrace herself and the fact that her heart inevitably wants what it wants at every stage of life. So yeah, I would say loosely based.
It is definitely
It feels
loosely
like
based.
It's just like, let's make a show about a rising pop star.
I kind of love that it's not really about
that'd be
Jessica
weird.
Simpson, and that it's Jessica Simpson's name, and I think we're getting too much of that lately.
I agree. This is Open Book comes out of Jessica's multimedia rights. Oh, I forgot she signed this. Multimedia
you got a
rights.
root beer in your bag?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my god.
Just a rogue root beer?
I went to get. I stopped in Dwayne Reed on the way. We're staying here late for pizza.
But like you could have, like Devin was ordering drinks for everyone. I asked for a Diet Coke.
No, I know, but by the time I saw that text message, it was like 20 minutes. So I wasn't gonna make Devin just rogue order me a Diet Coke or a soda when I'm gonna walk right past the Dwayne Reed coming into the office.
No, I love that. I just have never seen a rogue root beer in your
Is
bag.
that a normal root beer diet?
It's an A&W.
A&W.
I spotted. I said, root beer in Friend's bag.
Probably getting warm.
Yeah,
it looks like it's still cold.
I'll put it into the. I'll put it in the fridge.
You know when you could see like the condensation?
Yeah.
I could see it. It
also,
looks cold.
Assume I might put it on ice. You know, when I'm eating my
You
pizza.
should. Oh, I love soda on ice,
Exactly.
especially a root beer.
Root beer float.
Yeah.
Sorry, got distracted.
No, I
thought,
know my
root beer.
I know. Jessica Simpson signed this deal with Amazon in 2020 to create multiple projects. So Amazon Original Stories has also published a series of short stories from Simpson, including the upcoming movie star. They Always Say They're Single, a true story, which drops in February 2023.
That'd be funny if there's a character who's so obviously like John Mayer, and it's
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be
he's
surprised either.
Yeah.
But I'm so thrown off
An
about John
asshole.
Stamos. I was just watching the John Stamos episodes of Entourage last night, which always crack me up.
I'm trying to think.
R.I.P. Bob Saget.
R.I.P. Bob Saget.
It's when
See, now I'm like a little uncomfortable by this connection that they're for this show.
What's making you uncomfortable?
Because I'm like John Stamos. I'm like, they have like, it sounds like they have some kind of relationship.
John Stamos and Jessica Simpson?
And the character, the Sadie Sparrow character.
Oh, like in real life?
He's on the show. He's attracted to Sadie, and the two make an immediate connection, which makes things awkward when he realizes she's the young pop star he's been tasked to write songs for. Just feels like there's a big age gap in this.
So it is John Mayer.
No, well, when she dated John Mayer, there wasn't a massive gap.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, was there a huge age gap between Jessica Simpson and John Mayer?
I mean, at the time that they dated.
I feel like they're around the same age.
Jessica Simpson's like 40.
Oh, okay.
And John Mayer's like 40, I think.
No,
Jessica
he's like
Simpson's 42.
Oh, so they okay.
Yeah. And John Mayer is what, 44, 45?
His birthday's coming up on Sunday.
44.
His birthday's on Sunday?
My birthday's on Saturday. His birthday's on Sunday. That's why I celebrate at midnight of the end of my birthday.
To celebrate with John?
No,
God, that is so sad.
You have a...
I'm joking.
I know. You have a Friday birthday?
Saturday
birthday.
Saturday. Oh, you do anything fun? You gonna invite us?
I'm gonna go out. I don't know.
You gonna send us
you guys can come if you
invite?
want.
I'm at a wedding.
I'm free.
Yeah, you and Marty want to come?
Yeah.
There'll be some familiar faces.
Maybe.
I'm sure.
You and Marty were friends first. People forget that.
I was.
I'm
actually
intrigued
said
by
that to me the other day. He said, I had him first. I said, okay.
See, like Caitlyn, this actress, wow, she looks so young, but she's 32. Like if you saw this.
Oh, I would think she's 19.
I would have been like, she's 19. Yeah. Wow, good for her. But
wow. Would love to know what she's using.
So interesting. All right. So it's it's going to focus around, I guess, that. It's also on Amazon has so many things.
Why are you saying that with a look of disgust?
Because there's too many things.
But do they even have good things?
Amazon Prime, yeah.
Tell me the last good Amazon Prime show.
The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Oh, great show.
All right, that's a good show.
Yeah.
Amazon
Fleabag.
Freevee is what this is.
What is that? It's not on Prime?
No. Amazon Freevee has ordered the half-hour scripted pilot book.
All right.
I mean,
I probably won't be watching this one. I'm not going to lie.
It's a bad sign.
And that is, I do find it as a bad sign as well.
Amazon
like
Freevee, do you have to pay for that or is it included with Amazon?
Is it called Freevee? Because
Freebie.
Is it just a free show?
Amazon Freevee is a premium free streaming service.
Jessica Simpson doing anything for a show.
Owned by Amazon.
So Jessica Simpson doing anything for a show. Yeah, my good friend Jess.
So it was married? IMDb
Jessica
TV?
Simpson?
Yeah.
She married? I think so.
Also, shout out Jessica, my bar mitzvah video.
Yes.
Jessica Simpson is married, yes.
Oh, she is.
I also was watching the episodes.
Her daughter is BFFs with like they're with Northwest. They're friends.
Yes.
Oh, really?
I was also watching the episodes of, because they kind of go into each other, the John Stamos episodes into the Jessica Simpson episodes of Entourage. So weird story today. It's kind of crossing over for me.
The video on demand service is available in the US and UK on both Amazon and IMDb's websites, as well as on all Amazon
it's going to be
devices.
the show isn't great when it's going to be available on IMDb's websites.
Oh, it's old. It's Amazon
Full
Freevee
version.
is the new name for IMDb TV. Is what it used to be.
Johnny, couldn't you do better than this?
Who's Johnny? Oh, John Stamos. Well, I mean, if you have Jessica Simpson's name attached to it, people will be interested. And the book was so good. That was really one of my favorite memoirs I've ever read. So, when she signed a multimedia rights deal, they're really using all the different ones that they've got.
Sounds like it.
So maybe we'll be watching if we can find it. Summer has phased out and it's time for something fresh during the season of change. While you make the transition, grab a case of Vizzy Hard Seltzer with flavors for every vibe. Whether you're cozying up for cuffing season or hosting a tailgate that will be the envy of the lot, pass the vibe check with a case of bold, delicious Vizzy Hard Seltzer. You guys, if you're watching Cutting Stems, if you're about to listen to our Bachelor in Paradise recap, Vizzy Hard Seltzer just goes along with those vibes, those tropical vibes, and you're on the beach and you're cracking open a nice drink And now you could transition from that because we're watching Bachelor in Paradise. It's summer there, but it's fall here. So you can also enjoy one of their variety packs. They have a wide range of flavors. They have 2 variety packs. One has the strawberry kiwi, blueberry pomegranate, black cherry lime, pineapple mango, and another has the watermelon strawberry, raspberry tangerine, papaya passion fruit, and blackberry lemon. The blackberry lemon is my favorite, so that's the variety pack I normally reach for, and it is really so delicious. I think, if you're a football person and you're headed to a tailgate, it's early, you need a good day drink, Vizzy is so great. The Vizzy Hard Seltzer has flavors for every vibe. So stock up on Vizzy Hard Seltzer and show some love for the show. Here's how to get yours. Go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/chicks to find Vizzy near you. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/chicks. And to hear first about the latest flavor drops and more, sign up at VizzyHardSeltzer.com/subscribe. You must be 21 or older and always celebrate responsibly from Molson Coors Beverage Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. All right, guys, a Bachelor in Paradise recap with Fran, Rhea, and Trent.
Woo!
The 3 amigos back together for the first time in the studio in quite some time.
Missed you, pal.
Missed you guys.
The last time you were here, you were ignoring all my texts.
I was?
So I was actually going to, did you ever have this when you were younger when you would go into school or something and you'd be like, I'm going to be quiet today. Like, I'm going to ignore everybody. Like,
totally.
So, you know what I mean? And then you get
or
there.
Or even like your family annoys you and you go down to dinner and you're like, let's see how long it takes for someone to notice I'm not talking.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden something makes you laugh and you can't shut up.
Yep.
So I was going to ignore you for weeks and then you're just too damn inviting.
I don't even remember.
And he just wasn't here for so long.
Well,
like actually seeing him in person.
But he was here when I was sick.
Yes.
And you and Robbie have a chat.
We do.
And you were not responding to any message that I sent in there. And then me and Robbie were talking about how you weren't responding and you still didn't respond. And I said, this motherfucker. So I brought it to the Cutting Stems chat and you still didn't respond in there. And I mentioned your name and you didn't respond. And I said, fuck him.
But you definitely have it on mute. That's why.
I actually was, it's not even about that. He was talking and then I would say, Trent, blah, blah, and he wouldn't answer. And I was like, seriously, fuck him. And then I got over it because I was like, then you started answering.
We discovered you have to go with the 1v1 text for you to see it. Like, I feel like group chats, sometimes you're like, oh, I'll get to it later. But a 1v1 gets your attention.
For sure.
It wasn't even like I was hounding you. Like, it was more just like, it was more like you were purposely not answering because me and Robbie had been like, talking about you and then you didn't answer and then Robbie was like, wow, Trent really doesn't give a fuck if you die, because it was when I was really sick, and then you didn't answer and I was like, wow, he really doesn't care. And then the Cutting Stems group, I said, did Trent miss me or say that he missed me? And Noah goes, no. And then I was like, fuck him.
All right, a couple things. One, I don't have the group chat muted. I just
assume you do.
No, I do fall behind though.
Especially when you're not here. If you're not here and it's like a Monday or Tuesday, it's a lot of messages.
Exactly. I was gonna say, in his defense, sometimes like when we're watching remote or now with Mondays, we're talking about the episode in the chat when we're not all actually together, which fills up a lot of messages.
I definitely fall behind sometimes, so it's not personal.
It felt direct because I kept mentioning your name and you were answering other things. And I was like, what? Does he have an issue with me? What is this guy's problem? And so I was like, fuck him. And I was planning on like ignoring you and not speaking to you and doing that tonight. Yeah. And like I said, you are just...
just impossible.
It's impossible to resist you.
And it's just the 3 of us all night.
Right.
So.
Oh, and it's a small room tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
exactly.
intimate
There's
setting.
baseball going on.
And you had been answering other texts lately, so I was like, all right, I'll cut him some slack. But I was legit mad at you. Like, I almost sent out some fuck Trent texts on the side, like talking shit, being like,
what?
Honestly, fuck Trent. Like, and then I was like, no.
Well, the other thing too, and I apologize for not responding, although I don't necessarily.
I was dying, and I wanted to make sure I talked to every person I care about before I died. And so you were in that, and you didn't answer, and I was like, I'm gonna die, and Trent is gonna feel so fucking bad that he didn't respond.
You're like, oh, Rhea?
No, I was like, seriously, part of me was like, okay, fine. If I die, this guy's gonna feel so awful.
That probably it would have been true
dark.
Because that is dark.
Would you cry if I died?
Yes, of course.
When?
What an honor.
Of course.
At the funeral,
That's
When?
There's no way you would even cry. He would keep it to himself.
Me?
Yeah. You couldn't even remember my laugh.
I also like when we were doing the
What's
cutting.
the last thing that's made you cry, Noah? Now I'm having a hard time just imagining Noah crying at anything.
You guys act like I don't have emotions.
Well,
I don't-
sometimes
I mean-
you put that
No, I
energy out
don't.
into the
I
world.
believe you have emotions.
I do. I mean, the last time I
think
cried,
you're quite moody.
Thanks. I don't know. Probably at like a movie or like a song, a concert maybe. I don't know.
I've been getting really
Have
into
you cried
TikTok,
at a
and TikTok
concert?
makes me cry.
I literally cried at the Harry Styles when Stevie Nicks came out. Like I was so
okay,
high,
nice. Yeah.
and I like
Me too. Yeah,
Yeah.
we cried. Yeah,
I
we
was
did
like, I don't
both.
know why there are tears coming down my eyes.
We were.
Just so high you were moved to tears.
I was, and then they like there was a point where I was so captivated,
Yeah.
and Fran like nudged me like, "You're supposed to be filming us."
Oh, that's incredible.
I remember we were so high.
Yeah,
and
and it was like a lot of people. Like,
Yeah, it was a
around.
lot going on. Yeah.
that was a lot.
Yeah, so you would cry. Okay, that makes up for the lack of
course.
you
I would
texting
try-
me.
Trent, when's the
Would
last
you-
time you cried?
I was just saying that I've been getting into TikTok a lot,
Yeah.
and it's just a real problem in terms of an addiction to a
No,
social
I
media app.
totally understand that.
It's a lot, and
I
that
cry at TikToks all the time.
that's what I was gonna say all the time. I got stuck in a Soldiers Coming Home TikTok like wormhole, and I was just like 3 hours of my
You know
life
what I'm on?
just went by, and I was just bawling.
You know what I'm on that I just really would love to be off. I don't know how. I scroll past them so fast because I get a lot of good dog content. I love the dog content I get on TikTok. Love. So I don't want to lose the dog content, but now I'm in on like rescue dog TikTok, and it's about, and it's like shelters post when dogs get returned to the shelter.
I skipped by those.
Oh my God. They
I
show
know.
the dog being brought back in, and then they're
That's
like,
awful.
he's available. Anybody want to give him his home?
My
Like he was returned. The family who adopted him returned him.
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
every
This
tears
poor dog just
every
can't stop being
fucking
neglected.
time.
My friend just rescued a beautiful pit bull.
Fantastic.
Love that.
Really,
we love to hear that.
Really cute.
Yeah.
Name's
Yeah.
Blue.
There's a lot
Really
of
cute.
a lot of good rescue TikTok. Like when they come, they get their families. It's adorable. But when they get returned, God, it just kills me.
Would you post an Instagram with me if I died?
Oh my god, that's
What do you mean? Like
Let's not get into
like
this
a grid
conversation.
post?
What do you mean? It's a simple
No,
question.
I
Would
feel-
you post a grid post?
I
No,
find
because then it looks like he's like using you.
I also
I don't think
also
he's
find
using me. I'm just
those-
wondering.
I find those to be
Day of.
I'm not saying you have to
Uncomfortable.
or not.
Feeling the pressure a
I'm
little
not,
bit.
I'm not, because I don't know where I stand on that. Because when people post something the day
Yeah.
of, you're like, whoa.
exactly.
Why don't you should take a second?
Yeah.
Although I do understand posting
Rhea died?
memoriam.
Let me find the best picture of us.
No, but would you post pictures? Because, Fran, I know
Man,
eventually you would post pictures. It wouldn't be the day I die.
Yes,
This is
correct.
And
so
same for
morbid.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. You know you've thought about it before.
I thought about you dying. And
No,
when I post
you thought. Everybody has thought before about what people would do if they
I've
died.
I've thought about my funeral, but I've not. I can
You have?
genuinely say I've never thought about who's
gonna
going to
post.
on Instagram.
When you think of your funeral, do
But
you
I
think
have thought like who would be at my funeral, who would say
Yes.
what. Yes.
I have thought about that.
I've thought of that.
I
for
am not
sure.
saying I actively think about people posting. It was a question that just popped in my head for Trent. Because I'm just wondering where.
Trent, just say yes.
I don't
let's
think
move
No,
on.
it
Trent
doesn't
would.
have to be yes. I want your actual opinion.
I feel a little strange, and this isn't just pertaining to your potential demise,
he would post about us?
but like public grief to me is not something that I personally am that into.
There
Right,
you go.
but
That's
it's
fine.
one of those things that if everyone else was posting, wouldn't you feel a little like, oh, should I post?
Peer
But
pressure.
I don't think that's the right reason to
No,
post.
it's not. It's definitely not. I was just wondering if you were genuine or not. So no story.
Doesn't like
Not even a tweet.
I'm so kidding. I hope people know that. People really think I'm so like I'm just
you've
joking
really
around.
you've really given me a question that I have not thought about.
I know, and
But my initial reaction
Now,
is,
if you do die, imagine like he's gonna have to think about this.
I'm so
and
sorry.
I'll probably just put up this clip and be like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
That would be really funny.
Oh,
actually.
remember when we talked about this?
Right.
I would approve of that.
That would
just
actually-
like
Okay.
you know. By the way, I'm so kidding. Really, people are gonna be like, really, Rhea? I'm just kidding around.
Wait, Rhea, would you post for any of us three?
Yeah, I would, but it would take a little bit. Like for Fran, I of course would, but it would be like not the first day.
Would you take? Let's say I die. tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I
This
feel
is
like
really
we should
dark.
really move away
Would
from
you
this.
skip a podcast or would you keep going? Like,
Well, of course we'd skip a podcast. We'd have to find a new
God.
producer.
that's the reason.
It's about utility. It's not about whether or not they're devastated, is what she's saying.
Of course, we would skip potentially weeks.
We're gonna have to
Who's going to hit the record button?
we're gonna have to crowdsource on Instagram for a new guy.
Hey, so Noah died, so we're looking for a new.
All right. Moving on.
Okay,
I'm
anyway.
so sorry that I derailed the conversation.
We're back, guys. We're
No,
back.
I really enjoy doing the show because of tangents like that.
Yeah.
You just never know what you're going to get.
And people are like, "Can you guys just talk about Bachelor?" Okay.
Once again, I am sorry and I am aware. I am fully aware that was a ridiculous question and ridiculous tangent to go on. I apologize. Continue.
Bachelor in Paradise, 2 nights a week, baby. Mondays and Tuesdays. Monday night. It's Monday night's episode. Picked up with Teddy leaving. She sent herself home, which, a move that seemed to have been the right move for her. And Rodney's looking for her. It was tough. It was a tough scene. He thought, oh no, what's going to happen? But it seems like there is a love connection happening for Rodney and Lace, perhaps, which I wouldn't have predicted. But Lace jumped right on that.
I think we're all rooting for Lace.
Totally. And I like Rodney a lot.
Oh, I'm a big Rodney fan.
Rodney's got great vibes.
He does.
Yeah, he's very positive.
Yeah.
I'm also rooting for Lace, but I believe Wells said it too. He's like, just not the couple people we're probably expecting.
Definitely. I think that's super fair. So this also was the introduction of Ashley and Jared. They came down to the beach as well, and they're basically the main characters of this show now. I'm not quite sure who made that decision and why. I love seeing Ashley and Jared. I think that there was some funny moments for them coming down. They're fully integrated on this show. They're basically contestants.
Right, because we've had it in the past where successful Bachelor in Paradise couples have come to just give advice.
Yeah,
I think
words
Jade
of
and Tana did
wisdom,
that.
and then they have a moment, maybe a date, and then they leave. But these guys, they're there multiple nights.
Not only are they there, like you said, they're the main characters.
Yeah.
They are what people are focusing on.
They got the most, if close to, or if not the most amount of screen time on Monday's episode. I saw Bachelor Data post.
Are they testing maybe a spinoff show for them? Because if
Maybe.
so, I want to say, don't do it.
I mean,
Does that mean?
there's just I don't even that just wouldn't be a thing.
Right,
It's like ABC doesn't do spinoff shows.
I understand them coming down to the beach, success story. They want to show the people there, hey, it can work out for you if you cry and cry and cry. You can get the man of your life. Just kidding. Whatever. I don't understand a multiple episode arc for Ashley and Jared where we need to see them as a couple, how they progress, how they sleep together. Are they going to have sex, go on dates?
They got a date card.
They took away a date card
Yeah.
from couples on the beach that should be having dates.
Yeah.
Don't you think that the couples on the beach should be focusing on having dates so that you can give them the opportunity to become Ashley and Jared instead of just giving Ashley and Jared a date card when they can go on a date whenever they want? I know they have a baby, but that's life. Find someone to watch your kid. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You have to go on to the.
Yeah.
You have to go. I know both of you are afraid to say what you're thinking right now.
Maria, I really it's annoying. I don't think they need to be there for that long. I am the outlier in this group of I really love Ashley and Jared.
It's not about not loving them.
I don't.
It's just,
No, but I'm saying it didn't bother me as much. It was really the amount was not necessary, and I don't think they needed a date, and we definitely didn't need all the boom boom room. It was too much.
Yeah.
In general, the whole thing was just too much. But I think, I don't know if it's because they asked, I don't know if it's because they did 6 more episodes or whatever. They did more episodes, but it feels like they brought more couples down, or there's other people. There's times when now they're just throwing other contestants down to Paradise, and I'm not sure why. I guess in the other side of it, it's hey, if ABC is just gonna pay for us to go to Mexico and we don't have to be a part of the drama, we can just watch and observe, let's just do it for a few days. Leave Dawson with grandma and and go to Mexico.
Right, but it's not about it's not real quality time. It's on TV.
Yeah.
So like, yes, they're in Mexico and they do get time
There's
off.
some real quality time.
I'm
there.
sure
They're not on camera all day.
No, not all day, but maybe it is considering we saw 16 minutes of them in this.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You know what I mean? Like it did seem majority of their time was filmed.
I think Ashley loves the drama though too. Like
Right.
you know, like I think she's like loves hearing all the girls
seeing what's happening, but like you're not getting real, in my opinion, quality time away from your kid while you're filming a show. Like that to me, yes, for expenses paid, but like on a real vacation, like they're still filming a show.
Yeah.
I actually like the idea, like them being there for the first night. I like that. Like I liked you almost had like a viewer's view or experience that they're going through while you're watching the show, but like second night, third
Into night two
fourth,
was too
it was
much.
just. It was a little bit too much, and they really did. Like I'm good with them giving a bunch of commentary. Like I think that's interesting, being like, oh, this is what I felt, or this is what we were going through while we were down here on the beach. But like them getting a date card, going on the full date, all the stuff about them. Are they going to have sex? Are they not going to have sex? Like it was just a lot.
It was.
That's what I don't get. Like, yes, the part where they're integrated with the contestants makes sense to me, but the parts of them just being a married couple hanging out don't make sense to me.
And this is a great season.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they needed any more momentum or whatever they wanted to get out of Ashley and Jared being on the show. Like I was texting you guys on the side, like while I was catching up on the episodes that I missed when we were traveling, like I was like, this is a good season of Bachelor in Paradise. Like they're bringing down people at the right time where it's screwing up everything else. Like I thought all of that was great, and I felt like the momentum got killed a little bit with all of the Ashley and Jared content.
and it did feel like now, I don't know if they're trying to, there were some other storylines that felt like a little bit more manufactured happening with, I would say, like just side relationships. But Aaron and Genevieve and James and Shanae came back from their double date. Genevieve and Shanae might be like the real love story out of this season. The fact that they are actually seemingly friends at this point and are getting along. I know they did like a little Monday end credit of them joking around and being like, we both really got caught up in it and they're getting along. And I kind of thought something was, the trailer made it seem like maybe Shanae was gonna like make a move on Aaron, but she is now kind of in this love triangle between her, Logan, and James. But they come back and Genevieve goes to talk to Justin and Justin's upset. It's Justin's birthday. Let me tell you something. How did they find a cast whose everyone's birthday was going to be when they're filming? It was Lace's fake birthday.
Yep.
And then it was Genevieve's birthday. Then it was Justin's birthday. And now it's Tuesday's episode. It was Serene's birthday. And they're all filming like... They're filming, these are probably, it's all 1 or 2 days that we're watching.
It's so true. There's so many birthdays.
And it happens every year that there's a big birthday situation.
I know, but this feels like even more. There's been, normally there's one big birthday. It's like, oh, someone got dumped on their birthday. This is like, Justin was like, I'm not going to get a kiss on my birthday. And she felt really guilty about that.
Which was weird. That was weird, I thought.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a little torn on the whole Genevieve Justin thing. I know they get more like it just I don't know if you want to take sides in the thing like that, but like I just don't know who I'm more on the side of. But Justin being like, you're not gonna give me a kiss on my birthday was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's like, where's my hug at?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially since the trajectory.
And even Aaron was like, that's weird.
And listen, in the past I've been no fan of Aaron's, but he was right about that.
Yeah.
It was weird because the argument between Genevieve and Justin, it was over. Everything was over. And then he was like, you're not going to kiss me on birthday? And I was like,
you don't get a kiss just because it's your birthday.
Right, that's not how that works.
No, it's not. And I do think,
Creepo.
Aaron and Genevieve, they had said multiple times that, they had been in social settings together, but Genevieve never really got that vibe from him of anything romantic. I want to say I feel like the contestants this season did a really good job of maintaining their pre-Bachelor in Paradise moves and relationships. Like, nobody was actually spotted doing anything bad.
Yep.
But like, there's just no way there wasn't pieces moving before they all got there. Like, I'm not buying Genevieve being like, oh God, I didn't know Aaron felt this way about. I don't buy that. I feel like they probably had some conversation about it. And I feel the same way about Brandon and Serene. I love them. I think they are fucking adorable. But he's like, they're full blown in love.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I have a feeling maybe you guys didn't meet, but perhaps maybe there's some messages exchanged. You got to know each other's like personalities. And then when you finally see each other in person, you can hit the ground running.
Right. You've got all that groundwork.
Exactly.
Right.
Which I wouldn't be surprised because, I mean, I know Brandon falls fast, but like they're full blown. They went on a date and he's like, they're falling in love with each other. And he is so goddamn cute. When she walked down the beach, and she looked so beautiful, and he started to cry.
Yeah.
I mean, are
good
you
reaction.
kidding me?
Good reaction.
He literally started to cry, and it was so sweet because Serene,
like it was their wedding day.
like it really was. And Serene was just like, I've never, even after their date, she was like, she got teary-eyed because she was like, I've never had a guy like look at me like that before. So it's very strong feelings, very fast, which makes me think there is probably a little something before.
We're gonna need that relationship to work out. I think it's going to.
It has
but there is always.
I mean, I know possibly.
But there's always,
it
seems like at the end of Paradise, there's always like 4 couples that are locked in and 1 or 2 just fall apart. I don't think it's going to happen between Brandon and Serene because they genuinely feel like they're in love or they seem like they're in love.
And he seems like a dedicated kind of guy. Like when he's in on a girl, he's in.
He's
been on Serene since the moment she popped on the screen for Clayton's season.
Yep.
Just the way Brandon talks about like being with Serene is funny and cute and the best.
It is so cute. And then, like I said, we were talking about all the Ashley Jarrett stuff. It did take up a lot of the episode. Then Michael and Sierra are having a conversation, and Sierra is definitely in on Michael. She really likes him, but I think the whole episode you could kind of tell Michael was taking steps back. She was saying things like, oh, picturing being a stepmom, or like she was talking to him about, talking to James about having like a stepmom, or and he was kind of lying there like, yeah. And so she presents him with a constellation, which is very nice of whatever producer gave her that to give to him.
Incredibly nice.
And then he kind of had to break up with her, and she handled it extremely well. She was just like, look, that's fine. I'm going to leave now because I don't want to date anyone else and I don't want to see Michael dating anyone else. So I'm going to leave. And I felt sad for her because I would hope that she seems so great, would love for her to find a connection. But it did feel like from the beginning, Michael just wasn't that into it.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm stunned that Michael is still on the beach. Like,
I know. I feel like, and this is not, I don't want this to come across the wrong way, but I feel like sometimes Michael, instead of just saying like, I don't think the connection is there, he talks about his past and just getting back into dating and struggling with that, which of course, 100% he has had to deal with that. But in this scenario, I felt like it was more like he was just leading Sarah on a little bit and then realized he didn't like her like that and just needed to break up with her.
Yeah, I thought things were going pretty well between them, quite honestly.
So too.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she brings him the constellation and he's like, I gotta stop this here. Especially, I'm surprised that he's still on the beach because, all right,
I think she just came on too strong. I think she got a little too serious too fast and scared him a little bit.
That's fair, I suppose, but the time's running out in Paradise. Like, I don't think nobody there on the beach or anybody who's going to come down. I don't see Michael being like, this is it. Like, because it would have to happen fast. And that's clearly not where he's at in his life, which I understand.
Right. Which doesn't really make sense on why he would go on Paradise in the first place.
I would have guessed that he wasn't going to go on, or that it wouldn't be good for him in general to go on.
Right, and that was the reason he wasn't like.
He was talking about struggling dating seriously, and this is an extremely there's engagements at the end of the show.
And that was why
this is not even it's also a social experiment. Probably
people were like, oh, he should be the Bachelor. He should be the Bachelor, and I think the overwhelming opinion was like he's not ready for something like that. Again, I understand that, but then Paradise is just like that concentrated.
Yeah, exactly, and I do think it's even, and Sierra was great. She really was. And she really liked Michael, even talking about, we talked about an engagement. If it happened, like we couldn't do this now. I want to meet his family and all these things. So I felt bad for her because it really did feel like she was imagining her life with him, and that did not work. And so she sent herself home at that point. So the girls are leaving, dropping like flies. You don't know what's happening. The guys know that the girls had the rose ceremony, the roses for the rose ceremony, and they're worried about where they're going to get their roses, which then kind of brought us right into Tuesday's episode, where now Sally comes down, and it's this like, oh my God, the guys, they need another girl to come down. Sally comes down. She is immediately greeted with the duo that I don't think anybody would thought. Like, now these two make sense. Genevieve and Shanae teamed up. Like,
yeah.
And so they're like, well, why weren't you here? And Wells came into the office a couple weeks ago. It was literally last week. And he had said, Sally really, they got her to the airport. She left the airport she missed multiple flights, all the things. Basically what they were saying, Wells had backed up as well, of just she was really struggling and didn't know if she wanted to come. She does come. And when the girls are like, well, you went to go talk to your ex before you came, she did not like that. That's all it took for her to be like, you know what? I should have listened to my gut. I don't want to be on this show. And they've held my luggage captive. I'm going to take that and leave.
I thought Genevieve and Shanae kind of put their bully hats on there. I thought they were a little unfair.
Yeah, probably.
So the story was that, Sally wasn't coming, or the reason she wasn't coming was because of her ex and all that. And then when she got down there, she said it was because of work. That she didn't want to, that she had work stuff that she had to deal with and come down.
Apparently she works with her ex.
Apparently she works with her ex. And so Shanae and Genevieve kind of go after her for that. But the side of Sally that I was on, where it was like, she said she wanted to have a conversation with her ex before going to Paradise. That's totally fair to me.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to go on a show like that and you guys were engaged, and now you're going to go on a dating show,
she didn't go and like have sex with him and then go on the show. Like, or I mean, maybe she did, but I don't think she did.
I don't think she.
I don't know if we know that.
I don't think she did either. But like, that's a totally fair thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to have a conversation with this person who I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with, but I'm going to go on a dating show, and I wanted to have that conversation. And Shanae and Genevieve were just like, no, we don't accept that.
It sounds like this ex has been perhaps uncomfortable around the idea of Sally being on reality TV in general. The way Sally was like, I told him he wouldn't be brought up, and it's already been brought up. Like, I feel like they definitely had a conversation where she felt she had to say, like, I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to try my best, like, to leave you out of it. Maybe he doesn't want her doing these things. I don't know. He doesn't have any control over her life. Obviously, they're not together anymore. But it sounds like she clearly was very worried about what he was going to think about it. And out of respect, she said she was leaving, and she left. That was it. Polly grabbed her suitcase. Would have been a great spot for you.
That one was tough for me to watch.
I watched that one. I was like, huh.
Because
that's the funny haha jokes they're looking for when it comes to Trent.
It's the funny haha jokes they're looking for, and we have done that scene before.
Yeah.
We did an ad for Owen's Mixers where I was dragging a suitcase across the sand, and they like went shot for shot with Sally's luggage. I don't care about this stuff like in terms of like, oh no, they got to use me. They have to use me. I don't. That's not like how I feel. That's not how I feel.
But with how gimmicky, like how many jokes this season they've had, it just feels like
you would have been perfect.
Would have been perfect
for that specific scenario.
It's actually pissing me off.
I'm telling you, like that scenario where I was like, he's dragging that luggage across the beach.
And they literally made Sally's luggage a character on this show.
And there's just so many jokes. They can't use the excuse, oh, it's too serious to have Trent come make a joke.
No,
they're just
not serious at all here.
They're really missing some prime moments that they would have on social media.
That would have been the biggest moment. They really missed out on that.
I would love to look into an alternate universe where I didn't do the luggage guy stuff and see if they would still do the Sally luggage stuff.
Yeah.
And the Polly dragging it across the sand.
Probably. I don't think so.
It's interesting. And again, whatever. But I watched him drag it across the sand, and I was like, we've done that. We did that.
So Sally's in and
stole our
Sally's
bit.
out. Yeah, they kind of a little bit.
It's all right.
All right,
Classic.
Sally.
Robert Mills still likes my tweets sometimes, so I think we're still all right.
So
Yeah, he
yes.
retweeted me.
No,
the other
he's
day.
good. We're good with them. Sally's out. Peter shows up. Pizza Pete. He is so brutal.
Oh my God.
And he comes up. He's talking to the girls. Everybody's like, "Who's gonna agree to go on a date with this guy?" He goes on a date with Britt.
But I want to say before we get too into Peter, Brittany, I think Peter's a plant. He is so. I think he's an actor.
Right.
He has
He can't
to
be that brutal.
Dude, he has to be. If he's not,
Yeah.
I didn't know people like that existed.
Yeah, he's tough.
Where he's just a jukebox of pizza puns.
Yeah.
I'm
Pizza
saving
puns,
lives one slice
one
at a
slice at a
time.
time.
And he just kept saying those things. And Casey
Yeah.
was like doing the commentary, being like, he's gonna say all these things, and then he would say them. I'm just not sure.
Who would have thought that like Casey would be like the Demi of this season? Like Casey's
Yeah.
just firing off his opinions. He's getting sassy. He's just like, look, I'll say it. I think Peter's a douche. Like he's
just sitting on the
he's talking to the
sidelines.
camera one-on-one a lot.
A lot. It's Peter's just a lot of just like.
I know.
It's a lot.
I know. It's a lot. And so they go on this date.
I felt so bad for Brittany.
I did too. They go on this date and she seems so sweet. Like she was really trying to find the silver lining of this date. She's like, it's beautiful. We're on this beautiful boat. Like, what could I possibly have to complain about this date? But the pizza comments, and then they were swimming in the water, and he's like, well, what's the first thing you noticed about me? And she said, his eyes. And then he brought up that like he got voted best eyes in
And
his
he's like,
yearbook.
what else?
Then he was like, what else did you notice?
She's like, how long do I gotta do this?
It was so crazy. He clearly brags a lot. It's one thing after next. He tries to kiss her. She dodges it.
Nightmare.
Absolute nightmare. They come back, and Brittany goes and tells the girls, which I laughed because Ashley like walked with the group of girls to gossip.
Yes.
And I was like, she's literally just. She's a contestant on the show, but she's married. So they go and she's gossiping about like how the date went. It was just terrible. And on the flip side of that, Peter is talking to the guys, and he's like, guys, like, I did everything right. I don't know how she couldn't like me. She must just be one of those girls. You know, I live in Florida. Like, I see them all the time. The Instagram model girls, they just want to be famous. Maybe I don't have enough followers for her.
Oh
like,
my
he
God.
flips it,
Brittany
trying
is,
to blame
by the
Brittany
way, Brittany
for
is
being on the show.
Brittany is so sweet and
So-
so
I
nice.
know, I know.
And like you said at the beginning of the day, she's like, this is going to be great. We're going out
Yeah.
on a yacht, and I get to hang out with this guy. I haven't really had a connection with anybody yet. And then by the end, she was so downtrodden and just like, that was
fucking
miserable.
bullshit. Then he's like tries to say she has bad intentions. Like, no, bro, she just doesn't like you because
anything,
you're
he
brutal.
If he has bad intentions.
He
if anything.
said,
Yes.
he
Which
said,
Casey says he's just here to push his pizza.
which he has a chain of in South Florida.
Yep.
He said that Peter said that if this were a regular date back home, we'd definitely be hooking up right now. It's
yeah.
like,
Oh my
dude,
God.
he is so outlandish and
I'd
so
take
ridiculous.
her to my pizza place.
Yeah, it's
Right.
just terrible.
Probably get it for free, maybe make her pay. I don't know. And then he's brutal.
He's really bad.
brutal.
Jacob and Jill go on a date. These two are clicking, and they get naked on this date. That's just like the date, you know. They're lubed up and getting naked and answering questions about each other.
Fully naked.
Fully naked, and everyone is on the beach is also kind of on the same page of like, you know, these two crazy kids might actually make it work. They're both a little wacky,
Trying to think,
but it feels like it kind of works. I'm a fan of Jill. I think Jill is.
Somebody said last week she has permanent sad face.
Like Jill just, she just cracks me up because she wears her heart on her sleeve.
Yeah.
Like emotions are high always. And she has these just like one-liners that are so objectively like not funny that they're funny.
Yep.
And I just think I like her and Jacob as a couple.
Trying to think of a couple in the past that has had like the weird energy meeting. I was trying to think of one. I couldn't off the top of my head. I was thinking kind of Evan and Carly, but
Yeah.
Evan was just kind of
It
the
was just
strange
more
one.
Evan, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that was really. We don't talk enough about Evan and Carly.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out.
It didn't
I
work
know.
out, but it did for a little bit.
It was
which
beautiful
shocked
for a while.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a long time, it was like, holy shit, this
Yeah.
is actually going to work. But yeah, Jill and Jacob, they just have weird energy.
I know. I love it though. I think
Yeah.
like I hope it works. There's obviously going to be more drama we see. Logan put some effort in with Shanae. I think Shanae is definitely confused about where she stands in her little love triangle, which Logan cracks me up because she's like, oh, he did champagne and chocolates or whatever the heck it was in the pool. I'm like, this dude's doing the bare minimum.
The date that he took Shanae on was so weird. It was
bare minimum.
So all right. So he set it all up and he put the wine bottle in the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of strange. And then he puts on the goggles, he brings her to the pool, gets the wine bottle, pours it out, and it's his bracelet?
Yeah. I don't know.
I was stunned by that.
It was just a bizarre date, I think. Like, not even a date. It's just like the setup, whatever that setup was. It worked for Shanae, though. Clearly, like, Shanae clearly likes Logan, and I think she's physically attracted to Logan.
Shanae and James aren't going anywhere.
Yeah,
I don't think that's in a real connection.
Yeah, I think she just wants Logan to put a little more effort in, and at the slightest sign of effort, she's like, yes, thank you. And I feel like that's what happened with that date.
I think that's right. But it was a weird one.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what was happening the whole time. Great
news. Ashley and Jared did have sex after multiple nights in the boom boom room where we didn't know if they were going to.
Shocking. The married couple that has a baby had sex.
They edited it to be funny. You know, they showed like things exploding and like all this stuff. And then they wrote 7 minutes and 57 seconds later. You know, once again, they're married. They went on a trip. They had sex as married couples do. And
they did have a pretty emotional moment on the beach, I thought.
Oh, during their date, yeah. On Monday's episode during their date actually made me cry.
That felt like some real shit.
It made me very teary-eyed.
Yeah.
When Ashley started to cry because of what like Jared was saying about how they've both like made each other better people. It was really sweet.
Yeah, that was the moment where because I've been making fun of them and like it's been a weird appearance by them. That was the one time where I was like, fuck. Yeah. Like, I mean, you don't necessarily need cameras for that.
No.
But they did for whatever reason, and that was quite a moment.
I thought that was very, very sweet. Jill and Jacob come back from their dates. It's Jill and Jacob is so hard. Jacob and Jill, because I want to say Jack and Jill so bad. Jake and Jill.
I think Jacob would be into that. I think he would be like, whatever's easiest.
Jake and Jill. So Jake and Jill come back, and Kira comes back, and you're just like, oh no.
Oh boy.
She has already been sent home, and she's back because producers have no problem using Kira to do their dirty work. I think Kira, it just feels like from what Kira's done this season, any producer has thrown an idea at her, and she said, yeah, I'll do it.
Sure, why not?
Why not?
Yep. Kind of like Heather. When Heather kept returning.
I'll do it. Yeah, sure. Send me back in. I know I got sent home for closure with Jacob. And then she's talking to Jacob and she's saying shit to him that's just like, what are we watching? Are we watching a different show than what you're living? She's like, I just felt like we had such a strong connection. She started crying. She was like, you felt like home to me. Home? It felt so overly dramatic and intense.
I don't recall one interaction that they had.
They've talked so. There was the Jane, the G.I.
I do remember that
G.I. Jane, like the Tarzan and Jane.
Yeah.
Moment when she came out with the leaf, like.
I do remember that.
But didn't feel like a lot of substance. I wouldn't go and say that guy makes me feel like home.
He was at that point in the show. Jacob was taking all suitors.
Yeah.
He was the one guy left. And there were 3 girls who needed a rose, and they were all coming to knock on his door.
Exactly. So Brittany's very upset with Jacob. She comes over while they're still talking and is like, Jill's upset. She left. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh God. So I think he then was like, Kara, this isn't going to work. I've made a connection here with Jill. So he goes after Jill. They're good. They are fine. Jill's just making ridiculous comments about Kira coming back. And Kira's walking off the beach. Romeo chases after her.
Oh boy.
Obviously, because I'm glad that this is how it ended because Romeo knew he wasn't getting a rose anyway, but I think he also was like, what am I doing? Kira, they basically are like, our connection, it was there. 3 seconds before she's telling Jacob this guy feels like home. And then she asks Romeo to leave with her. And he says yes after they stare at each other for an uncomfortable amount of time.
Romeo is an uncomfortable individual, in my opinion.
Which honestly makes me think that these two maybe make sense.
Nope, I don't think so.
No?
I don't know. It was all too chaotic.
No, I don't. I mean, from the faces Romeo was making, when he finally did agree to leave, they leave, and Karis seems so happy. She's talking about how excited she is, and he's smiling at the camera. He's like this.
Hostage.
Like eyes twitching. Like he's like, yeah, we're leaving together. And yeah,
Romeo
I'd love to know what was actually discussed on their trip home, because I think it was probably like, all right, bye. Bye now.
Romeo had one of the weirder runs on this show.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, and Brittany and Justin?
Brittany and Andrew have a connection.
Brittany and Andrew.
Brittany and Andrew.
Who did Justin end up with?
I forgot to mention that. Justin is solo right now.
Okay.
Justin might have a problem. Also, we go through 2 episodes, 4 hours, not a rose ceremony. So that shows like it's just like, what are we doing? There should be at least 1 rose ceremony a week. No rose ceremony. But yes, that is a new connection. That
Brittany
when
and
she
Andrew.
came back from her date with Peter was so bad. She connected with Andrew. They had known each other. I think they also knew each other too, because they're both from Chicago, I'm pretty sure. So I think they also had like a basis of seeing each other in social settings, and now being on the beach, it's like, maybe this could be romantic. And they do kiss, and they would be a very cute pairing. I support that pairing. I like Andrew a lot.
Me too.
I did like him and Teddy, but if Teddy is not the one for him, then maybe it's Brittany.
I guess so.
They would be a good pairing, I think.
Andrew seems like a catch.
Yeah, he does. I like him a lot. And then what else was there? Oh, like we said, they threw Brandon obviously brings up this story of Serene saying that she never really got to, she doesn't like her birthday that much. She didn't get to celebrate as the way she wanted to. And he gets everybody to come and sing to her, because that's just the kind of guy he is.
I almost cried then.
Stand-up guy.
Absolutely great. So the preview is, I think we're going to see a rose ceremony. People will go home. Connections will start to be strong. And then probably Tuesday, they'll do the split. They're going to send the girls out of there and bring in new girls to fuck shit up a la Casa Amor.
Really pumped for that.
Yeah.
That's going to be good stuff.
That's going to be next week, which will be high drama for sure.
Always great on Love Island. I'm sure it'll be great.
There will be a lot of tears.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Make sure you are subscribing on YouTube. And thank you, everyone who bought tickets to our Boston show. We are so excited for that. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you on Friday.